Alrighty. Okay, should be coming up. Okay. Howdy, howdy. I'm just getting a couple things set up right now. Alrighty. Howdy, howdy, everyone. We have something serious to discuss today. Today is the 10-year anniversary of the death of one of the most beloved, one of the one of the most beloved figures of our time. He went way too soon, and I can't believe it's been 10 years. I can't believe it's been 10 long years since Harambe died at the Cincinnati Zoo. This is Cincinnati, right? Yes. Okay. Guys, Harambe and Harambe was a legend. Harambe was truly the best gorilla. I'm gonna wait for people to come fully in, and then we will mourn Harambe together. I know normally I play games, but for Harambe, nothing is too great. I was going to title the stream Dicks Out for Harambe, but I was extremely worried that Twitch would flag that. I was, I really, really wanted to call it that, but I chickened out. I got too worried that Twitch would flag the stream. So I do apologize for not calling the stream Dicks Out for Harambe, but I just didn't want. I don't know. You can call me you can call me a pussy if you want. I don't give a shit. Uh. Anyway, we're just gonna let people roll in for a sec because this is the actual a good sum up of the backstory. This post, and y'all can see it. I guess y'all can read it, but I am going to read it out as well. So let us put our dicks out for Harambe and read. From Anish Munka. I have no idea who that is, but they did a good job remembering Harambe. A 3-year-old fell into a gorilla's enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. To save the boy, the zoo shot the gorilla. His name was Harambe. And 10 years later, oh, you know what? Hold on. I have something to play over this. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. And this should go in a loop too. Okay. A 3-year-old fell into a gorilla's enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. To save the boy, the zoo shot the gorilla. His name was Harambe. And 10 years later, the official White House account posted a tribute, calling it dedicated to animals, a true patriot. It started much smaller. For about a day, Harambe was just a sad local news story out of Ohio. Then, someone reposted a bystander's phone video of the gorilla and the boy, and it pulled more than 12 million views in 2 days. Once the clip moves that fast, every news has to chase it. First reaction was a petition called Justice for Harambe, saving the boy's parents, passed 500,000 signatures in a couple weeks. People filed more than 80 separate Harambe petitions in the first 3 days. That's psychotic, man. And then the anger flipped into a joke. People online started writing over-the-top funeral tributes for the world, freeing him like a dead rock star. How dare you say it was over the top? Fuck you! A comedian turned his name into a crude catchphrase, "Dicks out for Harambe," posted it as a clip on Vine, the short video app that was in use back then. I forget Vine was something. And it took off on its own. A zoo animal nobody had heard of 2 months earlier was now a running gag that millions of people kept alive on purpose. It kept getting weirder. A real 2016 poll asked Texas voters who they wanted for president, and 2 out of every 100 picked Harambe, who had been dead for months at that point. Someone found a Cheeto shaped like him, and bidding on eBay climbed close to $100,000. Goddamn! Before the listing got pulled. In 2019, Elon Musk uploaded a tribute song called Rick Harambe that passed 200,000 plays in a single day. In 2021, a 7-foot bronze statue of him went up facing the famous charging bull on Wall Street, with 10,000 bananas piled around it as a stunt about the gap between the rich and the poor. Wait, did that actually happen? We're gonna look that up later. Most internet jokes die in a week. I'd have forgotten how far this one went until the anniversary brought it back. It outlived the app that made it famous. Kept spawning songs and statues for years, and a decade later, even the White House joined them. Truly masterpiece. Okay, that's enough of the music. Let's go through the comments. I'm very... Okay, this is like an engagement channel of some kind. It's like, thanks for going down the rabbit hole. Let's see. Well, my understanding is what ended up happening was basically towards the end, like the girls real panicked and started running around with the kid, and yeah, that's why they shot him. Crazy to think that yoink my shit for Harambe. Hey man, we're all grieving right now. But yeah, no, crazy to think that kid is 14 now. They're a teenager. Yeah. I feel horrible because I hope they're not getting shit from like everyone in their high schools. Some shit that'd be fucked up. That'd be actually fucked up. So I really hope that's not the case. But in any case, Harambe, we miss you. Let's go over some of the other posts I've found. Well, there's a few I specifically tagged, and then we'll just kind of go searching through X. So let's see here. It's finally been 10 years. Holy shit. I still remember this monkey every year. After he died, it was like a new era started and things kept getting more wild every year. Before Harambe, after Harambe. Thank you for saying hello. Hello, asparagus. And thank you for redeeming your daily. Yeah, I definitely do agree with the post. Things have been getting more wild every year. It yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Let's see here. Ah, hold on. We gotta play the sad music again. This is the official White House post. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta play the post again. We gotta play it again. Today, we remember a legend. Anchor being for real, Asparagus Anchor. On this day in history, Harambe would have celebrated another birthday. An icon that became part of internet history, American culture, and an entire generation's timeline. Tomorrow marks 10 years since we lost him. 10 years since the moment the world stopped scrolling and collectively mourned something bigger. He became a symbol of loyalty, strength, chaos, unity, and the strange beauty of the internet, bringing millions of people together for one cause. Never forgetting Bombay. Everyone remembers where they were when they heard the news, and somehow, a decade later, his legacy still lives on. Gone, but never forgotten. Rest easy to a true patriot. Oh, I didn't realize his birthday was the day before he died. Happy May 27th, 1999, and May 28th, 16. Forever in our hearts. Okay, so I didn't realize he died the day of his birthday. I know it's just grilled, but that's still fucked. But yeah, just everyone commenting on the post. There's all sorts of memes here. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of political memes here too. Since I don't want this stream getting political. But like, but yeah, no, it. I don't know how far rabbit hole you're willing to go. George W. Bush meets with Kayla, the mother of Harambe. Wait, is this real, chat? What? Okay, weird. Weird if that actually happened. Uh, poor pants up young. Wait. Oh, this is an edited image. I've seen this image before, but before this Harambe meme stuff. I can't remember the context of why they edited him to wear this, but like, yeah, no, it fits here. Oh, crack one open in his memory boards. What Harambe would have wanted. Exactly, it's best. Alright, I'm gonna do that before we get a copyright claim or something. um, but yeah, dicks out for Harambe. And yeah, this is a good point too. This meme. Not sure why they killed me. I was doing a better job of watching that lady's kid than she was. Yeah. Nah, that like seriously, watch your goddamn kids. Like I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. Like it, well, especially an under 5-year-old child, especially a toddler, basically still like toddler coming on to young child. Like dude, watch your kids. Toddlers goal, like I swear to God, a toddler's goal is to find the most efficient way to kill themselves. I'm not even fucking joking. Like you need to watch your toddler because they will do dangerous shit if you do not watch them. Like just real talk for a sec. Like if you have a toddler, you need to keep your eyes on them. The thing that probably pisses me off the most are like parents of toddlers who don't keep their eyes on them because like, bruh, your kid could be dead in like 5 seconds if you don't fucking watch them. That like, dude, real talk. That actually pisses me off a little bit. Like, fuck, man. But okay. Harambe, it cannot be. You fell. I am Harambe the White, and I come back to you now at the turn of the tide. Fascinating. The White House is Harambe posting her black belly. Oh yeah, and people were bringing up the squirrel too. Although this was years later when the squirrel was killed. Actually, I was like a couple of years ago. But yeah, this is kind of my point. I hope no one actually gives the guy who was the kid, because like I said, he's a teenager now. So I hope no one gives him shit at his school or whatever. I genuinely hope no one harasses him. And seriously, guys, do not harass any of the people behind this. But when I was younger, I accidentally fell into a boiling potion.
Because all I wanted was you! You son of a bitch.
Dicks out for Harambe. That's a good video to fit this too. Yes. I like this. We got a White House Harambe post before GTA 6. We got a, before GTA 6. Oh, God. All those memes about we're getting X before GTA 6. Sad part is that meme's going to go away because they're going to release GTA 6 at the end of the year, I think. If I recall correctly. But yes. This is truly a day to mourn, a day to remember. And I can't even remember what all the posts I selected were. So we're just going to keep going through them. Yeah. Dicks out for Harambe is now an official message from the White House. Hashtag dicks out for Harambe. Yeah. Yeah. Wild. The White House tweeting Harambe was not on my bucket list for 2026. Honestly, real. Even with how wild some things are with that. And again, I don't want to make this stream like political or anything. But like, even with how wild things are in that arena right now, like I didn't think they'd put out an official post on, like, not even, this isn't even like Donald Trump's Twitter or anything. This is the White House, which is wild. And again, I'm not trying to make it political. Even I'm just the concept of that. I mean, them tweeting out the 10th anniversary of a meme. That's fucking wild to me, dude. Just wild shit. And then, oh yeah, I found this post. This guy's birthday is on the day Harambe was killed. And this dude, any birthday wishes towards him are canceled out by Harambe. Yeah, I'm glad someone's at least wishing him a happy birthday. he still deserves birthday wishes. Salty DK Dan. Yeah, birthday's the same day. I don't know why people are posting Reggie Rock from Pokemon. I don't know who this is. Video man on the internet. I also voice act, draw, and write sometimes. Okay. Okay. I don't know who that guy is. I'm sorry. uh, oh yeah, this one. So I'm going to go to this guy's profile later. Well, you can actually see the basic gist here. This guy is West Virginia's second district in Congress. I think he's a House rep. Um, yeah, and he's even the member of a board on the federal House. And this guy tweeted out, or well, posted on X. Hard to believe it's been 10 years since you were taken from the world. Rip Harambe. You would have loved the golden age. Harambe. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and some of that's getting I don't want to get too political with this. Let's but still, to my point, the White House posting Harambe, and yeah, don't underestimate the cultural power of memes in this day and age. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, just oh God, White House unveils a new Harambe memorial. Make Harambe alive again. I know this image is obviously AI, but I mean, this whole stream's a shit post, so I don't know what you're expecting. If the AI is pissing you off, I don't know what to tell you. This whole stream is a shit post. Literally everything I'm doing is a shit post right now. But anyway, pour one out for Harambe tonight. True legends never die. What? Oh God! We have people. God damn it! Harambe was a thing. I don't think crypto was really that huge back then, or at least the shit coins weren't. And it only added 800K to the market cap of Harambe. Why the fuck is there a shit coin called Harambe? Okay, why the fuck is there a shit coin called Harambe? Hold on, bruh. Why is there a shitcoin called Harambe? Hold on, let's look this shit up. The fuck? There's an actual shitcoin called Harambe. Okay, let's look at the past week. And this actually is a tracker on here. What the fuck? I mean, it did. If you bought like right here or here, and then you sold like right around here or so, I mean, you actually would have made a little money. It went from 1/10 of a cent to like at its very peak 2.5 tenths of a cent. Like that's actually kind of crazy. You could have actually made some money. Hell, even if you had sold like right here or something, you could have made a decent chunk of change depending on how much you put in there. You would have seen pretty good returns. Shit, I wish I would have done that. I didn't know there was a shit coin called Harambe. But anyway. God damn it. I didn't realize there was a shit coin called Harambe. And of course we found some fucking crypto account talking about it. God damn it. Let's see. I think we won. Harambe was a real one. We'll never forget, King. Oh God, what's this? As a chopped millennial unk, Harambe's untimely death was just another day in the 2010s. But for Gen Z, Harambe actually bookends an entire era of history. We entered a new timeline with the loss of Harambe. We can only guess where we would be in the timeline where he survived. Apparently, Planet Zoo 2 got announced for consoles 10 years to the day from the assassination of Harambe. Utterly fascinating. And yeah, good, interesting timing, Planet Zoo 2. Oh my god. Planet Zoo 2. God damn it. Oh god. God damn it. I don't want to go political this stream, but this is kind of a fucking funny meme. And you know what? In a way, I kind of agree with all four of them. That's why I'm talking about it. I agree with all four of them. They killed my fucking gorilla. Poor animal. Where was the kid's shithead parents? And dumbass private security killed. Well, I mean, I guess they were just doing their job, but still. Yeah, no, they should have spared him. They should have defied orders. They should have defied orders. But nonetheless, Harambe was killed 10 years ago to the day. They killed my fucking gorilla. Honestly, in a way, I kind of agree with all four of these. Like, real talk. Okay. I assume this account is a theme, like they talk this way. Brother, never disrespect Le Harambe again, or there will be consequences, brother. Capiche? I feel like everything got weird after Harambe died. Yeah, same. May 20th, 26th. You know what's funny about this post right here is that Back to the Future, when they went into the future, I think in the second movie, they went to 2015, and I remember everyone was talking about it back then. You know, sorry, Zoomers, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or well, I was going to say Gen Alpha people, but this is an 18 plus stream, so if you're from Gen Alpha, get the fuck out. Because this is an 18 plus stream. Actually, I think people who are 18, they might technically... Are 18-year-olds? No, they're Gen Z still. Yeah, so if you're from Gen Alpha, get out of here. But... yeah, nah. Back to the Future... Back to the Future 2, yeah, they took them to 2015, which, I mean, was really close to this. May of 2016 wouldn't have been that far off from the time they actually went to. But, yeah, that is kind of funny. I wasn't even really thinking about that. Okay. Dicks out for Harambe. Rip to America's gorilla. Okay. Okay. Yeah, some of these are getting pretty political. I just wanna... Wait. Oh, god dang it. This guy, okay, so what happened is, I think this guy was trying to hashtag Harambe or something, but they did a $, which tagged the fucking cryptocurrency again. God damn it. Harambe deserves a bill. I like how Forbes is reporting on it. Hold up. I just realized some. I didn't realize Forbes was reporting on that. Big Chungus government. They announced this on Harambe Day of Donkey Kong 64. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I guess Donkey Kong 64 coming. Yeah, that's crazy timing. I feel like there's actually a couple of companies who maybe knew this day was coming and they timed their stuff hoping it'd get more viral because because of this shit. And I kind of wonder the final metrics on that, if it worked or not. We are all Harambe. Hold on. I need to play the audio from this.
Welcome to heaven. Oh, wait, Harambe! Harambe! Oh, I know you. You were there. You fell in the enclosure. You sent me to heaven. There's no banana in heaven.
What the fuck is this video? Rip Harambe. Uh-oh.
I am so sorry. Harambe's just been having a little bit of PTSD recently, but he's getting a lot better. Harambe is doing his very best. Well, anyways, here's some money.
Okay. What the fuck is all that? That's the first time a Roblox clip has genuinely made me laugh that hard. What the fuck? That's crazy, bro. Oh, God.
Welcome to heaven.
No.
Oh, wait, Harambe!
No, don't play the video again. God damn it. Digs out. Harambe coming out of his grave to fight 100 guys. Okay. I don't know what to think of that. Rip King. Here's to 10 years, a decade, having our dicks out for Harambe. With this character's death, the thread of prophecy is severed. Restore a saved game to restore the weave of fate, or persist in the doomed world you've created. If you get this reference, seriously, you are awesome. If you get this reference, you're just an awesome person automatically. If you understand this reference, seriously, props. If you recognize. Rest in peace, King. Yeah, Texas AI generator. Who gives a shit? Never forget that Elon. Oh wait, so this is a song Elon. Wait, is this a song that Elon made then? Actual fuck.
Or all he can do, I guess.
Fascinating. Well, now we don't have to look up that song. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it, chat. I'm not playing it again. Might be on the VOD. Might be clips. This stream is going to have so many fucking clips. we are just acting completely stupid this stream. Oh my god. Can I get a rip for Harambe? Chat, post rip. Post rip, or you are the enemy of wombats. You do not want to be the enemy of wombats. Post rip. Chat, do you think this is a fucking game? Okay, I'm done. My dick is still out. See, I love how the account is Kitten. Kitten posted, my dick is still out. Okay, Kitten. Rest in peace, Harambe. The George W. Bush parody account. That's what reading about motherfucking Harambe. Yeah. Okay. Wait, is this true? Harambe's sperm was collected after he died so he could do what? Harambe the alternative ending.
Hello, little one.
This is the alternative ending, chat. This is how it should have gone down.
You're a hero, Harambe.
We miss you. Miss you, Harambe. And now, there's something I want to do. I searched Twitch for Harambe. I don't think this is Harambe the gorilla. I really, really don't. I really don't think this is Harambe the gorilla. But you know what? We're going to shout out Harambe. Shout out... Hold on, is their name just Harambe? Wait. Hold on. Shout out for this random streamer who is a Twitch partner who clearly needs more followers because 61.2 thousand is never enough. And their last clips are from last year, so I don't even know if they actively stream. Do they even have a schedule? They do not have a stream schedule. And they do not have any videos posted. Wait. All their videos are from last year. I don't think they've streamed in the past year, chat, but we still need to follow Harambe on Twitch. This Harambe account that I found on Twitch. It's the only one called Harambe. So, like, there has to be some connection, right? There has to be. Why else would there be a Harambe account on Twitch? Harambe on Twitch, everyone. Rest in peace, Harambe. We have a couple videos, chat, that we're going to play. A couple more songs that I found for Harambe. So, it's time. True friend, Rip Harambe. A tribute song.
Desperation at the Cincinnati Zoo. A 4-year-old boy slips into the zoo's gorilla habitat and over a moat wall. Suddenly, Harambe, a 17-year-old, 400-pound gorilla, approaches the boy. His mother watches in horror at what happens next.
I'm right here.
Rest in peace, Harambe.
took that mother's life instead.
Okay.
Harambe!
What is going on with the song?
Harambe!
You know what? I don't blame you.
I miss you! Harambe! Why did you go?
Why did he go, Chad?
Harambe! I want you to come back. Is that so much to ask? Harambe.
1999 to 2016. Harambe. We have one more video, chat. We have one more video. Harambe Forever by Rucka Ali. He makes interesting parodies and stuff. I actually do. A lot of his stuff is admittedly political, but this one isn't, or at least I don't think it is. I looked through the lyrics and it's just it's just about Harambe. So Harambe Forever, Rucka Ali. Hopefully I don't get like content ID'd or something on this when I repost the VOD to YouTube later, though. That's my only fear. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Screw it. We'll figure it out.
Ali.
Ali.
Oh god. What? So sad, Chad. That poor gorilla. Also, wait a second. Wait, hold on. What? Was that Vsauce? This may be an AI image or something, or like an edited image at least, where they edited this. But I just realized, is that Vsauce? Michael with Vsauce? Dang it, why is it freezing? Oh, why is it freezing? Okay. Harambe. 10 years ago today. Yeah, there's a lot of posts about that. But yeah. So, rip Harambe. We will never. Feels like we only knew you for a second. Rip Harambe. ah, that's entertaining. That took up a lot less time than I thought it would. Dang. Man, real talk though, it's been it's been 10 years since 2016, which is just wild to me. Like, well, that's not asparagus. That's not Harambe. That's some other grill. But yeah, no, he's smashing full of whimsy. Yeah, it's just crazy though to me. Like, real talk. 2016 was 10 years ago. Yeah, it's really insane. Like, I think a big part of that, COVID kind of fucked up everyone's perception of time. Like, I know it did for me for sure. And I know that's definitely a part of it and why it feels so weird. But yeah. And I think what strikes it so differently from a decade ago is just like, like I said, COVID was a big thing too. But then after COVID's biggest fears were alleviated, you had all the AI stuff come out. So like you just had like crazy shit after crazy shit. Like, I mean, the post COVID world does feel a little alien sometimes to the pre COVID world. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not that old. Like, I'm not really. I'm not like an old guy or anything. So like, I don't have perspective from like the '80s or some shit. But like, but I but even just being like, I'm 31. I think I've said that on stream before. Whatever. You could have deduced it if you really looked. But I'm 31, and basically, like, it's just wild, like, how much the world has changed since I was 21. Like, I've changed too, don't get me wrong, but, like, how much the world has changed. Like I said, it's just, I mean, between AI and COVID alone, it's just, and, there's unfortunate things too, people more divided and stuff too. Like, it's driven a lot by that stuff I just talked about, but yeah, no, it's, I guess, I don't know, like, what's the thing, or, okay, hold on, you have a few comments. You just went by so fast, 100% is a lot different. Like, I feel like, people were nicer before COVID. Yeah, actually, well, and, so, and I can even look it up, but, like, there was a thing where, what was it? Like, road rage has gone up a lot, ever since, ever since COVID. Ever since COVID, road rage has gone up a lot. And even like armed incidents involving road rage and stuff too. It's like, yeah. So, it's just, it is weird how much the world's changed in 10 years. And I don't even feel like, I guess the 10 years before that, like if you were to compare 2006 to 2016, the big thing people would have talked about are smartphones and tablets. That's the big thing people would have talked about. Smartphones and tablets having changed the world in the 10 years prior to that. And don't get me wrong, that was really major, actually. So I don't know. I guess technology is just advancing so fast that, like, I mean, every decade feels like it has something. Like, You know, you compare 2006 to 96. They talk about the proliferation of the internet. You know, I mean, because in 96, the internet still wasn't that big. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but in 2006, by that point, some form of internet had become ubiquitous in every home, you know, between 96 and then, even though the internet technically existed in 96. But, like, yeah. But, yeah, I'm sorry. Back to your point of people were nicer before COVID. Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, even just, like, you know, in, like, road rage and stuff. And, yeah, and it felt like the internet was, well, I mean, there's a lot of shit talking still on the internet, but it does feel like things have gotten meaner, for sure, and you know more extreme. Plus, there's been a lot more political attacks and stuff. Like I said, I don't want to make this stream about politics, but yeah, no, I 100% agree with you, man. If anyone else have anything they want to comment about the past 10 years, 2026, 2016, those past 10 years. Yeah. I think, yeah, I just think it's wild how different of a world we're in these days. It truly, yeah. Hmm. I'm trying to think. The whole Harambe thing went a little faster than I thought it would, and I was purposely like trying to drag it out a little bit. Hmm. I'm kind of wondering, should we play something or what should I do now? Should I play? What should I get into? Hmm. But the online stuff has gotten more controlled. The acts that are committed are worse, like the doxing and swatting. As far back as 2016 is mostly shit talking for. There was swatting back in 2016. No, there was swatting for sure back in 2016. I remember swatting even a little bit before that. Yeah, like now has it become more frequent since 2016? Maybe a little. Um, I just feel like there's more overall just vitriol, like spite, like you know even hatred and stuff. Like um, you know I hate saying the word hatred because so many people co-opt that for their own political means, but like just so much more spite, so much more vitriol. Yeah, like and don't get me wrong, swatting was definitely a thing in 2016. Swatting was a thing even a little bit before then, but yeah, swatting was definitely a thing in 2016. But it probably has gone up. If you do count by raw number, it probably has gone up over time. And yeah, it's just a lot more vitriol, a lot more, you know, and more doxing in general, I guess. Yeah, so I guess swatting has gone up because there's been more since then. There's more doxing in general. Um, so yeah, um, yeah, but doxing was a thing back then too. Hell, someone tried doxing me back in 2014. It's long gone. No one will find it at this point. Um, because it was taken down shortly after it went up. But yeah, someone did try back in 2014. Long story there. I'm not gonna get into it, but I mean, a grandma earning money for her grandkids' cancer was what I heard about that, and you know, I did hear about that. That shit is insane. Um, you know, I remember the first story that really hit the mainstream, and I think it was the first case that was confirmed of when a guy died from a swatting incident in Kansas. I believe that was around 2016. It was right around then, maybe a year or two before, or something like that. But yeah, no, yeah, no, the grandma earning money for grandkids. Yeah, because I think her grandkid had like, yeah, grandkid's cancer. Yep, grandkid had cancer, and she was swatted. Um, you know, it was this. I think she was like 81 years old or some shit. Like, yeah, no, that shit is fucked. Like, I mean, and I don't mind. I think I even have said this on X, but I do believe people who SWAT should be tried for attempted murder. I'm not even joking, because what they'll do is they'll call up the whatever, the local sheriff or police or whoever they believe can get a SWAT team out the fastest, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm in X property, and I killed someone and I'm going to kill someone else or something." And then they'll send out SWAT team, and the SWAT team's expecting to face like real fucking heat, they're expecting to face real fucking heat, so they're ready to pull the damn trigger because they're thinking like this is life or death. We got to prevent more people from dying, and in that situation. And there's arguments about SWAT utilization and what they're utilized for, but that's the kind of call where if something like that was really happening, like someone, there was like a hostage situation where someone had already been killed or something, I would genuinely want SWAT there, to show up and act decisively, if they need to. I genuinely would want that. That is truly what they were made for, and they're abusing that system. That's ridiculous. And also, even just beyond the attempted murder angle of it, it is a waste of, taxpayer resources. It's a waste of all our money. It's a waste in general. And yeah, especially in the few cases where someone genuinely has died. Now this is rare, obviously, but cases where people genuinely have died due to swatting, waste of life. And then these people are just they're psychopaths, man. They need to be in prison for attempted murder, or if someone did die, they need to go to prison for murder at the bare minimum, manslaughter, at the bare minimum, because person's dead because of the shit they did. If they hadn't done that dumbass thing that they knew they shouldn't have done, then the person would have been around. So yeah, no, trust me, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Sad a lot of the big streamers have a protocol for getting swatted for how often it happens. Yeah, I know that's one reason why people get into VTubing specifically, because there's less incentive, if you can't see the person, because the whole goal is you want to see the SWAT team show up and you want to see the person's reaction. Versus, if someone swatted me or something, you guys might hear something, or I might just mute my mic, as they're telling me to get up, and that way, no one will know what happened. They just know I went away, and that wouldn't be, it at least when I've seen it, it's always been someone who shows their actual face. Who's gonna swat a cat girl? Dude, there are fucked up people on the internet, man. There are all sorts of fucked up people on the internet. Dude, like you said, if they SWAT, some grandma trying to raise, just playing Minecraft, trying to raise money for her grandkid's cancer, if they're going to SWAT her, why not SWAT a cat girl at that point, by their logic, it's fucked, man. It's fucked. Yeah, people who SWAT, bro, that's like a hard red line for me. If I knew someone who swatted someone else, or knew someone who covered up someone swatting for someone else, I would genuinely cut off all contact with that person. Even if it's someone I've been friends with for years or something. Speaking of YouTubers who are given so much hate for being anonymous. So speaking of, VTubers are given so much hate for being anonymous. I've heard about that little bit of drama lately. Yeah, I've seen the posts on X a little bit. My understanding is there were a couple of there were two streamers who were talking in a podcast or something, and they were like, "Oh yeah, why do these streamers feel like they have to be anonymous or something?" Which, what these glorified ditzes don't realize is just that like, I don't know. I have a feeling they're such large streamers, and like and the funny thing is they're VTubers themselves, so dumbest shit in the universe. But like, yeah, they were like VTubers themselves, and they were talking shit about people wanting to keep their anonymity, which it's like, bro, like, come on, man, why the fuck? God damn, man. I I have really mean comments I want to say to them, and I I'd make them here, but I'm not sure if chat would be cool with it. Listen, all I'm saying is that it must be really hard for them having like freezer temperature level IQ. Jesus. Yeah. It's where they just get mad they can't don't have the money to get a model. Yeah. You know, I mean there could be all sorts of stupid ass or jealous reasons why, there are some, VTubers who, you know, there are some VTubers who genuinely are just pieces of shit, and I'm not, and I'm not gonna like, that I avoid, because them shit's expensive. Yeah, well, yeah, duh, yeah, no, and I avoid negative streamers in general. So I actually don't know of that many by name, but I know they're out there, and like, I like I avoid all that though because if I follow someone on Twitch, it's because I think they're like cool on some level, or like I kind of want to watch your streams for something, or I don't know, make enough base posts on X, I'll follow you on Twitch. Real talk. But like, but yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. But I think we can just let this stream kind of go meander into whatever subjects we want at this point. I've never done a just chatting stream before, where I literally just chatted the whole time without game. If let's see, the whole Sky Kuno thing, with him sliding in VTuber's DM and hooking up with the promise of like a shout out or publicity or some shit. I feel like I heard something about that. I'm sorry, I'm actually not familiar with the situation on that, and I don't want to I don't want to talk too much about things I just don't know about. Um, I just don't know anything about. But yeah, no, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, that's absolutely fucked up, and I believe it too because there have been cases where YouTubers have done that, where they sounds like Deku. Listen, man, I've been in Twitch culture for like 3 months tops, and most of it centers around gritty energy and Jaws. So, like, really outside of the circle, I don't keep in touch with Twitch culture because most of Twitch culture is fucking awful. The VA for Deku actually voiced over his apology. Okay, but no, seriously though, like I I don't you're not going to find me engaging a lot of Twitch culture because Twitch culture is fucking ass, and like from what I've seen, it seems like a slight majority of the platform, like the V2, like some of the VTubers are just fucking like honestly degenerates in their own right. So like I don't engage with most VTubers. That's why I stick around a lot of Gritty Jaws and like a lot of people around them because they're all cool. Everyone in that circle is cool. But like I don't go out usually and find like if I follow other people or whatever, it's because like I manually found them and looked at them for a while, and it's like, hey, you're cool, or hey, you're based, or whatever. And I just follow them on Twitch or and on X, and I'll join their Discord or whatever. There's a few who I've been like that with, and one I've actually actively been talking to. I even at one point shouted one of them out. Halo Bun QT. She's an Australian. She's cool. I have actually talked to her. So like yeah. So there's like a few cool ones I find. And I think that's the thing. With a lot of social media in general, and not just Twitch, there's just a lot of fucking ass cancer, man. I don't know what to call it. Just a lot of ass cancer where you just have to find the good people through all that. You have to be willing to sift through, find the gold. Yep, I found Liffy and Jaws from collab with people I have pretty good idea are good people. Yeah, no, and like and I recently started following to Hoongi because he seems alright. And like yeah, I still need to check out Liffy's channel. I know everyone in the circle loves Liffy. I haven't seen Liffy yet, and I need to. But part of that is limited time in my schedule and whatnot, and plus, I do 4 streams a week too. So I'm trying to build my brand. Like we're all trying to build a brand out here. Like we can be honest about that. It's Liffy my goat. Yeah, no, I'm sure everything I've heard about Liffy is good. I need to check. I believe it's her out. Liffy's a woman, right? Am I getting that right? Feel free to correct me, chat. But yeah, no, I need. There's no, yeah. Plus part of it too is at a certain point there's only so many people you can follow too, so I don't want to follow more people than I can actually watch. So I think it's part of the only reason I haven't checked that out too. Oh no, he's a dude. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know why it sounded like a woman's name for a second. Okay, Liffy, that guy. Yeah, no, I'll check him out. I'll check him out. But like, but yeah, nah, but point being though, it's just yeah, I just try and stick around the cool people, but call him a femboy. Okay, uh, yeah, okay. Nah, but like, I don't know, like, I said, if it wasn't for Gritty or Jaws, I wouldn't be doing this shit. Okay, like, oh, you're joking. Oh, okay, but actually, serious moment. Um, I wouldn't be into any of this Twitch stuff without. Hold on. Yeah, Fergus, I know that was a joke. I'm moving on to something else. But serious talk, shout out to Gritty Energy because I wouldn't be into any of this stuff if it weren't, for him. Yeah, I saw him doing it and it kind of inspired me. But actually, what really put me over the edge though was, Maddie agreeing to make my model. The next time I get a shout out, I'm going to shout out Maddie at least once in the stream. Because Maddie really stepped up and she made model, she made the emotes here, she made the profile picture and the banner art. Nah, Maddie was freaking awesome. And I gladly made her Discord for her as well. I was very glad to do that. That's something I know how to do, and I can set it up how she wants it. And matter of fact, I'm gonna work on some stuff for that this weekend. But yeah, nah. So I'll shout out Maddie in a little bit, but alrighty. By the way, you know what? Fuck it. We'll get into some other stuff now too. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about specifically. But there's some other stuff, and there's something on my recommended on the side here. It's from Jack's Films, his channel, Jack's Films. and he's talking about like an AI feature is shooting shorts. And honestly, yeah, it's true. He goes over it real well. I'm going to try not to just rip off his video, but I kind of want to talk about this too, because as everyone knows, the Sora AI video app has died off. So I feel like YouTube sees a hole in the market, and they're trying to respond with this.
Beep beep! You might notice a cool new feature while you're scrolling through your YouTube shorts. There I was, scrolling through my YouTube shorts, probably by accident, but while I was scrolling, I noticed there were these weird little dots at the bottom. Here, let me show you. Talking about these dots.
Yeah, just like the Sora app. Yeah.
It's down here. These look like Instagram dots. I had never seen this before.
Or Instagram,
this
I guess,
was new to me. Reactbot, have you ever seen these before? Oh, he died. So the video...
Yeah, he has ReactBot, because his big thing is, reacting to stuff without the creator's consent, which I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't have an issue with me talking about him covering this, but the reason why I want to specifically talk about him, though, is him covering this is because he does such a good job covering this. And plus I do have my own thoughts, which I'll kind of share on top of it, too. But like, because I actually, I want this to be the base we go on and do our next conversation with.
Itself is from a YouTube channel called Jake Pours Paint, and it's one of those very visually interesting, stimulating YouTube shorts. This video alone has, I think, 20 million views, something like that. But it's one of those like, ooh, very like impressive looking, it's math-based paintings, bucket of paint on a pendulum, dripping out paint. It makes these cool designs, right? Jake Pours Paint, that's the YouTube channel if you want to watch more from this creator. That's not the point. These little dots here, I had never seen before. So I swipe. Here's what comes up.
Straight.
No way! What is happening? This is incredible! I can't believe it! No way!
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, so I let that part go without me saying anything because I just kind of just let him make his point. But yeah, no. So basically, what's happening now with the latest, because I'm sure a lot of people who follow me don't follow AI stuff. So like, the one thing that's really come out lately is the whole YouTube Shorts allowing people to like make AI like versions of just random clips they find on there. And it can be the content creator themselves too, but like but it can be anyone with YouTube Shorts. And the thing about it too is like, I don't know, it's weird. Like with Sora, when people remix things on Sora, I honestly didn't have that much of an issue with it because like. And I don't have as much of an issue with AI as many others do as well. But like, I don't see the issue in that because in Sora, if you remix something, it started out as an AI video anyways. So if you're remixing it again, an AI video into another AI video, it's just another AI video. But the problem here, which Jackson can get into also, is like. Ultimately at the end of the day, these are like clips that people made that aren't AI, and that they never intended to be AI, that you can now use an integrated feature to just do. So like, I understand why creators are having a fuss about this, especially on the short side, because on the short side, he'll get into this too, but like, you can't disable it. But you know what, let's just let this continue on for a little bit.
YouTube is pushing this. YouTube is like, hey, if you liked that cool organic human-made video, how about a clanker version? Your ears are assaulted with the most AI-sounding robot voice ever. No way! Incredible! And if you read here, it says remixed from Jake Pours Paint. Remixed. So it appears that YouTube is soft launching or slowly rolling out, or maybe it's already rolled out, the ability to AI remix other people's content, other creators' shorts, so you can put your cool little spin on it. What if the mega viral video sucked ass?
And here's what I'm wondering personally too. with YouTube rolling out this feature where you can remix videos with AI, I kind of wonder, because they were specifically talking, when they worded it specifically, they said they want to filter out low effort AI and stuff like that. I wonder if their ultimate goal here is to, basically make it so that, they have the monopoly on AI on YouTube. Like, I think what they want to do is they don't want people to upload AI per se, but they want the AI usage on the YouTube Shorts. I think they want it so they monopolize it. They control what you can remix, and they want to be the center of all that remixing. They essentially want they want to use their already existing YouTube infrastructure to fuel fuel a relaunch of Sora, because they already have the user base, they already have the servers that store all the videos. They have a lot of advantages that OpenAI wouldn't have had, so it wouldn't be so much of a cache incinerator. Plus, on the AI side too, Google makes their own TPU chips. Google comes up with things like TurboQuant, which lowers the demand on memory and stuff. So, in a way, they have a bit of a horizontal monopoly on AI as well. And they have all the data to train the models on, all that shit. So, they, in a way, and I keep saying this too, I think Google, at the end of the day, is going to be the true leader in terms of, a lot of AI stuff, because they just have, the whole, or I said horizontal, I meant vertical stack on the AI stuff. That's what I truly believe that, and I think this is just another step towards that. I think they want to monopolize it all to Google's platforms. And this comes from a guy. I do have a Gemini subscription. It's and I do believe that, because hell, with Gemini now, matter of fact, up here, top left, you see this YouTube Premium? I'm not paying for YouTube Premium. I'm paying for the Google AI Pro, which gives me YouTube Premium Lite now. That's a new thing that they just included in that. And I also get 5 terabytes of Google Drive. So, they are really trying to incentivize people on it, and that's all for $20 a month. YouTube Premium Lite and 5 terabytes of Google Drive storage on their own, I'm pretty sure that goes above $20 a month, and it wouldn't even give me advanced features into the AI too. So, and they lowered their Ultra plan, and they also introduced an in-between tier where it's an Ultra Light, where you get some increased limits over Pro even, but it's $100 a month, and there's less of a storage boost in Google Drive, and I think it doesn't boost the limits by as much as if you got Ultra. And there's a couple Ultra features that are still exclusive to the full Ultra tier instead of Ultra Light. But I'm sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there. Let's keep watching this video.
What is happening?
And what I love is that nobody likes this. All the comments are calling this out. They're actively going, hey, don't do this. We don't like this. I wish there was a way to turn off AI forever. I do too. Why does this feature exist? I also want to know why. You have to think.
Well, that's what I was just talking about. It's what I was just talking about with them. They want to monopolize the market because Google has the vertical stack, and they have a chance of actually making a profit off it. And they can bundle it in with their other stuff. They can use a bunch of your data. That's why they offer the Google Drive. And plus also they know not everyone's going to use the 5 terabytes given. I don't. And they want to use your data. They want to use your data. That's what it is.
Big picture, right? Does this please the shareholders? Does this please the investors, right?
Well, yeah, it pleases shareholders, investors too. Especially right now with, just saying it as something has AI in it, make it boost. Though, to be fair, there are some investors who are like, hey, you've been talking up AI for a while now, and we've been giving you more and more money, but where's our returns on it? You do have more of that talk happening now. And that's why you're seeing stuff like, Gemini has been changing how their limits are and everything like that, and even Grok's hinted at it, and even OpenAI, much to their chagrin, has talked about it. Sam or whatever. But yeah,
Who is this for? Is it just simple expansion for expansion's sake? YouTube saying, look, anyone can remix a short now using powerful AI. There is a pressure for like corporations these days to integrate AI into fucking everything now.
Yeah.
Everyone loves AI, except for the people that watch it.
Yeah, everyone loves AI except for people who watch it. Well, I mean, you know, and that's the thing I was kind of referencing too, like with Sora. You know, I didn't have so much a problem with like Sora remixing because those videos started out as AI videos. So, you know, if you went to the Sora app, you were there for AI videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were no ifs, ands, or buts about that, or no doubts or anything. That was a pure AI video app. So, you know, remixing others' content there, you know, it was already AI generated in the first place. Who gives a shit? You know, but yeah, you know, with YouTube Shorts that people upload, yeah, obviously that's more of an issue. Because, you know, people upload their human videos, you know, and they don't, and yeah, I do believe people should have the option to just upload their stuff, you know, that's, you know, human made and not have it interfered with AI if they don't want, you know, and I'm not even getting into like just talking about like the training and how AI does its training and how they get their data for training. I'm not even talking about that. At this point, I'm just talking about like, because at this point, you know, I mean, this feature is about directly taking a human-made short and just AI-ifying it and broadcasting it on YouTube's platform. Like, I understand this. I definitely understand why people have an issue with, even as someone who's a little more sympathetic to AI myself. Like, yeah, I just this. I don't know, man. And the discourse has been getting. You know, and for understandable reasons, the discourse has been getting really, you know, vitriol over AI, and yeah, I know there's a lot of problems to have with it. So, like, you know, I don't know, man. It's YouTube, and part of it too is because, you know, they're self-interested because Google has a model. They have Gemini. Yeah. Oh, and I watched this on my other account, but I haven't watched it here, so thumbs up for that. But
Shit. Slop, AI. Nobody's watching this video going, wow, what a cool new feature.
I like how the one where the I is extended out for AI, it has it translate to English. Google Translate's just funny to me sometimes. Like, sometimes people just say something weird. It's like, hey, translate to English. Sometimes I even hit that button when I see it on something that's obviously just exaggerated English just to see what it tries doing. Sorry, random tangent.
Can't wait to try this out for myself and watch more of this, right? Nobody wants this.
Wow. This is impossible. It's beautiful.
No, it's really not. It's nothing. It's slop. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Once you, as a viewer, recognize AI slop, you dissociate and you're completely
I mean, okay. So and here's a big part where I'm going to disagree with Jack throughout the whole video. Like, the thing with AI slop is, like, personally, even as a millennial, like, there's brain rot I've always engaged with. Like, for me, it was the YouTube poops and the source filmmaker shit. Like, there was all sorts of brain rot there for us to have. Like, that's why I tried not to overreact too much to, like, the skibbity toilet shit way back when that was a thing. Because, like, you know, there's always, for the entire existence of the internet, there's been brain rot. And you could even argue that there were a few children's cartoons back in, like, the 70s and 80s that were kind of in that direction. You know, so, like, you know, brain rot is brain rot, and it's been around for longer than people think. You know, and I do find some brain rot funny. I do. You know, and I do my absolute best not to let it, you know, cook my attention span or something. I still watch long-form YouTube videos. Like, I watched this all in one go without skipping or anything like that. And, you know, this is a 12-minute video. So, like, I really try not let it just cook my attention span, you know. So, and yeah, that is something we should all actively strive to, you know, just, yeah, make it so your attention span is still at least somewhat intact. You know, so yeah, let him continue, though.
Interested and uninterested in the video itself. You don't care.
I'm gonna turn this into a wild tetherball game. Straight lines are boring.
Yeah, that looks
a little
weird.
bit of organized chaos makes for better art.
Just nothing at all. Who is this for? This one's a good one, though. No, I'm kidding. It sucks ass.
What is that sound?
looks so ugly. And what is that terrible noise?
Yeah, like sometimes AI will make just some of the most cursed noises you've ever heard, or just shit that's like more grating than you thought possible. Because it just, I don't even know. It's like, I feel like sometimes AI rage baits people by making some of the most cursed or just awful audio you've heard in your fucking life. If you get too experimental with it, it will do shit like that.
Noise. Like, it's trying to emulate music and laser sounds, and it just ends up being a fucking migraine in a video.
Yeah,
so
pretty
bad.
much.
So fucking, yeah, everyone in the chat is screaming, my ears, my ears, my ears. Whoa, galaxy, outer space. This will be graphics in 2012. YouTube's gonna try to dress this up as like, no, it's a tool. It's a
Well, and I mean, there's certain, look, AI is a tool, but more to the point, I think one reason people are also ticked off is like a lot of the AI leaders are trying to put it off as like the next art, frontier in terms of like art or something like that, and that's just not the case here. It's really not the case. It's like they're just they're overhyping it, and I think people are tired of the overhype. I see AI as something that can like make assets or something, something you don't see as artistic but can be placeholder to make something a little more pleasant if you use the tool correctly and actually correct its mistakes and keep going back in and trying to refine it and stuff. I believe that AI as a tool has proper functions. It's just they're trying to sell it up as way more than it is, and I think that's part of what's pissing everyone off too. Because they're just lying about it too. Like, they say, oh, we're like 2 seconds away from AGI, but that's also partially because they want all the investor money, because AI is a big cash incinerator right now. I mean, that's just a fact. Yeah, and sorry if you guys heard that. Someone fucking revved their bike. But no, but yeah, no, so yeah, I mean, because AI is a giant ass cash incinerator right now. So they're trying to get all that sweet investor money. That's why they keep saying like, oh, AI is going to displace the entire workspace and get AGI and stuff, because that's specifically what they're talking about. That's they're just trying to get that investor money. But what's crazy too is the craziest things about AI are also the stuff that piss off people the most. So they're literally just rage baiting for money at this point, basically. Because in a way, I think they want people to get worked up. That way it convinces the investors more and more. So yeah, let's continue.
The tool allows creators to create more. And it's just, it's just the big fat slot button all over again. When you see shit like this, are you not immediately repulsed by it? Or...
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. He's one of the people who are super vitriolic against it, and I understand why. It's an existential threat to him. He's a creator, but I don't look at an AI video and feel repulsed ever. It's just like, at worst I feel indifferent, like he does. He even referenced previously. Like sometimes I'll just feel indifferent, and that's why I look to AI for like memes and stuff, because like he's right. I don't necessarily find AI, like the stuff AI does itself, necessarily impressive, other than just the fact that our technology's gone up to that level. But like but in terms of like the short form appreciation for me, it's just the laughs and whatever meme that they have, and stuff that wouldn't have been possible before. So
at the very least, just bored. I'm bored. When I see this, I go, oh, this is nothing. This is less than...
Yeah, like this is not a funny meme. So like, yeah, this like, I don't know, it could be kind of a cool asset to use in the background for something, or like, I don't know. I don't know if it holds up on its own, but
nothing. This is anti-content. To me, I see this and I go,
that's an interesting term, anti-content. And to be fair, I mean, that could be an argument for some of the AI stuff that comes out too. I don't even necessarily, like, I kind of wonder if anti-content is a better term than slop. Like, to be honest, he needs to use the term anti-content more and popularize that, because Jackson's is, he still has pull, so, like, he should really utilize the term anti-content more over slop. I feel like that's a better term. And I feel like it'd resonate more. And it doesn't just feel like, I don't know, it feels like a better term, in my opinion.
I'm bored. Can I watch something made by a fucking human? You know what it is?
Nothing at all.
Whoa, sparkle time. What do you think the prompt was for that? Was the prompt like, make the paint bucket tip over, but instead of paint it sparkles and glitter? So I found that just through accidentally scrolling on YouTube Shorts. So then I thought there have to be more examples of this. I'm scrolling, and oop, I come across a Red Bull video, the real Red Bull account, and I come across those little dots again. So I go, uh-oh, are we about to see some more AI slop? So Red Bull launches a man, very typical Red Bull kind of activities, right? And then here's the actual, like that was the rehearsal. Here's the real thing for the stadium event. Oh my gosh, through a ring of fire, right? So very cool. It's Red Bull doing Red Bull things.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with the Red Bull social media accounts, this is kind of par for the course, right? It's dudes skydiving, doing BMX tricks, skateboarding down a fucking 60-story building. And now it's this, right? Getting launched, okay? So YouTube was like, dude, let's shitify this. Let's make it 10 times worse and virtually unwatchable. YouTube, can you please give people the ability to make this worse with AI?
Oh my God! What the? Whoa! That was close. Wow, look at the lights.
What does this mean? What is that?
What does this mean? I mean, you know, obviously there's things where, you know, it's missing the mark too, and people are, you know, not even trying to make good prompts or just, you know, doing random shit, which, you know, I mean, in a way, I think is kind of, you know, the point of AI. You can just do what you want, you know, with it or whatever. But yeah, in terms of like, you know, does this add artistic value standpoint? No, not necessarily. I mean, I think, like I said, the whole point, at least for me, is like, I like some AI memes just because of the absurdity. I've always liked absurd memes. So, like, you know, I've always liked absurd memes. So, you know, yeah, you know, so, like, I think AI satisfies that itch a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't I even had a clip where I went into this. I don't doom scroll. I don't look at things just to piss me off. Like, I try to look for things that are genuinely funny because, you know, that should be the whole point of the internet. You know, trying to find things that, you know, you find funny. And obviously he doesn't find this funny, you know, and he's talking about it for his own content and, you know, to voice his own thoughts, which is perfectly fine because, I mean, hell, that's what I'm doing right now. But, like, you know, it's just that I would much rather, like, I don't know. I just enjoy the memes, man. Like, I just enjoy the memes. But let's continue with this commentary.
What is any of this? What is the prompt? YouTube Jarvis, make a big fat disco ball almost fall on the man's groin, but then avoid it and kind of bounce away, and then curtains unfurl for some reason.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It doesn't even enrage me anymore. It just uninterests me. Twitch is spamming the laughing disco emote. It's an actual laughing disco. Yeah, your AI slot bores me. Exactly. I love the dude in the fucking Thanos chair and the caption, your AI slot bores me. I see that shit on TikTok all the time because TikTok allows you to leave pictures as comments, which is the best fucking feature.
Yeah, I'm not much of a TikTok user. I have a TikTok for the TexanWombat channel, which I guess I'll plug my socials here. There's a Discord and there's my socials. Like, I do have a TikTok, but it mostly acts as a clip dump. Like, there's probably going to be a lot of clips I get from this video that are going to be dumped on TikTok and stuff, especially from the Harambe bit we were doing earlier. But yeah, no. So like, but yeah, So if he talks about TikTok, I'm not a big TikTok user. I only even started using them at the admin of this channel, and mostly to promote this channel, and also because of the fact they're not like trying to own and operate it anymore. At least in the United States, their United States operations is now a whole different thing. It's owned by like Oracle and a couple other companies and shit. And they just get a little bit of the revenue from here. But yeah, so let's continue.
Sorry. People in the YouTube chat are saying like, Jack, read the title, read the title, read the title. I'm like, wait, what? I kind of forget like where the title is on YouTube Shorts, but here it is. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's a really cool title. This totally makes a lot of sense. That's what AI makes me yell out loud. I'm cooming. Why do all the AI guys have the Mr. Beast accent? Fuck, I've never noticed that. And you're exactly correct. It's always like the kind of shouting, overexcited. It's the Mr. Beast voice. Wow, that was close. Look at the bright, shiny lights. I'm Mr. Beast. Hold on, can we go back? I kind of want to test that theory.
Oh my God.
That's Mr. Beast's voice.
Yeah, no, I haven't even now. Admittedly, I haven't watched that much Mr. Beast myself. So like I'm not super familiar, but like from everything he describes, that does sound right, you know. Which yeah, you know, and he even is going to go into in a second. You know, makes sense. You know, he's the biggest creator and whatnot. You know, so if you're going to train a video model like Google does with Veo, you know, yeah, that makes sense to train off your largest creators. So yeah, you know, and more I think about it, the more I have seen his stuff pop up, even in OpenAI stuff, which wasn't even affiliated with Google. When you really think about it, which that's interesting in and of its own right. But then again, that gets into the whole, you know, questions about like how they're getting their data and stuff. So yeah.
Wow, look at the lights.
Oh my God, I can hear Jimmy saying that. I can imagine and see and hear Jimmy saying all of that, which makes sense because like obviously YouTube would train its AI on the most popular videos on the platform and the biggest channel in the world. That makes a lot of sense.
These should help finish the jump because the energy is needed for the final performance today. Thanks,
Yeah, what
I
the
really
hell's
appreciate
going on
it.
here?
So fucking stupid. The jump cut, but he's still like finishing his sentence. What was the purpose of this?
Yeah,
It's barely
like-
telling a story. Have the
Yeah, he's right too. You know, AI video does struggle a ton in the storytelling department. It really hasn't gotten better in that regard either. So like, I completely agree there. It's definitely not telling a story, but yeah, like it makes these nonsensical cuts and these just weird ass transitions. I think that's why one reason people hate AI video so much too is because like just the cuts are just bizarre. Like it just does shit that makes no fucking sense, you know. And I think, and you know, people find it jarring. It's, you know, I mean, even if you appreciate it from a purely comedic angle, it can be jarring still, you know. And for me, that jarring factor is what makes a lot of AI video funny for me. But if you can't just sit back and laugh at it like a meme, you know, which I know a lot of people can't right now, then yeah, I see why it would be, you know, rage baiting and stuff, because it's jarring. You know, and I feel like, you know, for me, in terms of why I find it funny, that's the whole point, you know. But I understand why it pisses people off too.
these drinks. Thank you. And that's the video. Why?
Your extra cheese delivery has arrived for the afternoon training session, and please remember to leave a 5-star review for this chaotic service.
Why? Fucking why?
Okay,
It's so far removed from what the original Red Bull video was.
yeah, and that's the thing too. And this would happen on the Sora app too. You know, this would happen on the Sora app, which is also happening on YouTube Shorts now because of the remix feature. Like, what's happening is like, yeah, I mean, you know, it becomes so far removed from the original. It's just like, you know, what are we doing here? Which I get it. I get that. But, you know, here's the thing. I don't view AI stuff as AI art. I don't view it as that. I view it all as like, I just view it for the fucking memes, man. Like, I know I keep coming back to that point, but that really is just how I view it. Like, it's just like, dude, I'm here for the memes. I'm here for the shit posts. I like internet cancer. Like, you know, I that's always been me. So, like, you know, like, yeah, I don't see this as an artistic frontier. I see this as just funny shit posting. Which, if you view the whole AI thing from that angle, then right now is a really funny time too. even despite all the problems. But we'll go ahead and continue.
I don't understand the point. Who is this for? What?
It's for people who can just sit back and, appreciate the memes. Just treat it all as one big shitpost. I mean, I don't know. That's what half the fucking internet is. It's all run by bots anyway. So it's like, dude, I just appreciate the shitposts and stuff. I don't like, who is this for? It's for people who just see it all as one big shitpost anyway. I mean, fuck, I haven't seen the internet as like some serious social critique or thing, in over a decade because, sure, I'm terminally online in some respects but it's like, man, that part of that is just because I find the internet as a whole so damn entertaining. And yeah, AI shit, I just laugh at it for the memes. I don't give a shit.
What does it do? Who does it service? What's the goal? What are we doing? Yeah, they're just...
And, in terms of their goal, they want to make money off it. They want to integrate and everything so they can make money off it. That's always a factor, too. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying I appreciate the shitposts. I appreciate the memes. It's just like, I'm here for the fucking memes. I'm here, I'm here to have a good time. Kind of laugh at everything, man. Because if you can't, man, what do you have if you can't just sit back and laugh at things? A lot of people are just letting themselves be so fucking miserable these days, man. And I'm just like, man, just appreciate the shitpost sometimes. Like, but that being said, I'm not even necessarily defending this video. I mean, yeah, this video is stupid. I don't care about this video. Yeah, this video is stupid. It's far removed from the thing. But it's just like, I'm just talking AI memes in general.
Stop posting. Top comment is just stop. That's devastating. If I made a video and it only had 2 comments and one of the comments was just stop, I would move to a different state. And then I'd probably kill myself. You gotta...
I'd move to another state and then kill myself. Okay.
We gotta come up with a name for these dots. The dots of doom. The fucking AI slop dots. We have a new name. We're calling them slop dots. These are slop dots forevermore. I love that. That's perfect. Shut up. Erica the Suck Up writes, this...
I still like his earlier comment about anti-content better. I still like, because he called slop anti-content at one point. Man, that actually would be a better term, and I think you'd get more people on board with that, too. Granted, there are already a lot of people against AI, but I feel like you'd get even more if you use the term anti-content. Feel more like an official term rather than just slop.
Feature rolled out on TikTok and was rolled back within days, by the way, because the backlash was so bad. I'm telling you guys, making a big enough...
Yeah, so I actually don't know that much about this because, like I said, I don't go on TikTok that much. I have a TikTok for the TexanWombat thing, but I purely use that as a clip dump, pretty much, just to kind of promote this the Twitch channel and stuff, along with the brand and whatnot. So I don't know that much about TikTok. So yeah, before watching this video, which admittedly I did watch this video once before, but like before watching this video, I actually didn't know that TikTok had a similar feature, but then they rolled it back due to the backlash. I didn't know because, like I said, I haven't been involved in TikTok and Twitch culture up to this point. So yeah, no, and I mean, heck, even my foray here is still really new. So like, this is my 6th week of streaming. So I mean, hey, by the way, I'm open to suggestions. If you have suggestions, like, join the Discord, join my socials, and like, I respond to every comment left on my Discord and on all my socials. Don't believe me? Go and do it. Like, go comment shit. I will respond. I respond to everything right now because I am a small creator. I can respond to everything. And I do respond to everything. So, like, within 12 or 24 hours or whatever. But, I do respond to everything. So, I'm sorry. I went on a tangent because he was talking about TikTok and stuff. So, I apologize. I know I went on a tangent, but, I got to promote myself a little, right? So, okay. Let's go back to the video.
Enough stink works wonders. I'm a big fan of making a stink. Let YouTube know that this is not anything creators need nor...
See, even though TikTok is a bigger platform, though, I feel like YouTube has even more of a stake, like I said, because they have their own AI model, Gemini. And, and they have their own NVIDIA model through Veo. So, I feel like YouTube's even more invested in this than TikTok would have ever been, because TikTok, had to use an external model of some kind to get that going. I don't know what model they used. Maybe they used Sora 2 at the time, or maybe they, maybe it was Google Veo, or maybe it was one of the Chinese models. There's actually a lot of video models out there. It's just, yeah. So.
Man, when I started out on YouTube almost 20 years ago, I never would have thought that I'd be fighting robots and artificial intelligence in my content. I never thought that YouTube would remove the human element from creation. Also,
well, I mean, through a lot of corporate shit, they certainly have removed a lot of the personal element anyway. And that's even happened to an extent, on Twitch and on all the social medias in general. But yeah, no, I mean, just, he is right about one thing, though. Like, just straight up fighting the, like the AI and the bots. I didn't think that'd be a thing, by 2026. That's, that's a future that when he started, and Jack started a small YouTube channel, he didn't even intend to become big. But, like, I'm sure when he started, it was completely in another universe, the idea of him having to compete with, like, people making AI versions of his videos or whatnot. Like, so, to be fair to Jack and a lot of the creatives and people like him, I understand it's jarring in many ways, that included, to where, like, people did not expect this all to happen this quickly, I get it from that angle too, though. It's like some people are just like, look, I just didn't expect this, man. And it is a big shock. And what's not helping is a lot of companies are, even if AI isn't the factor, they're using it as an excuse to just lay off a shit ton of workers. And, and that's helping an economy, or that's hurting an economy that is already suffering so much. And there's a whole cornucopia of just all sorts of shit with it. Like, I understand some of the hate about it as well. I just think, like, right now people are caught up in the moment because it's new and it just came out. Although, one good point I heard too is, what's interesting is a lot of young people are the ones who are directly opposing this, whereas the older people are embracing it. Which is fascinating, because usually with new technological advances, it's the other way around. And, and I kind of, and like we were talking about with COVID earlier, like COVID, it felt like it wasn't as big of a thing to the older generations, but it was, more of a thing for the younger generations as well. So, we're really making things unpleasant for our youth, and that's not good, because we have really, really low birth rates that are hurting the supply chain right now, and making it harder and harder for young people is going to make that problem worse and worse. Granted, even when people do have the means, they don't have enough kids anyway, so there's clearly other factors, but, but still, like, this isn't helping. My point is, this isn't helping. So.
There are a couple of steps you can take as a creator.
So, okay, I'm probably just going to let this part play, because if you do upload content to YouTube, there are some steps you can take to avoid this. So I'm just going to let this part play. That way your options. And I know this is controversial, but I do allow anyone to make, like, on YouTube, I do allow them to use the AI Shorts feature to remix my stuff if they want. But, like, that's just because, like, at the end of the day, like, if you're just making it for memes, who gives a shit? And I'm a small creator anyway, so I don't, you can't leech off me, because it's impossible to leech off me. I don't have, I barely have any fucking viewers anywhere, except for, like, some of my shorts, which, have like 1,000 views, which is nothing for a short. So, like, I don't give a shit. But, like, I do believe, like I said earlier, I believe you should have options. So let's go over those options for the YouTube Shorts if you want to disable this AI remixing and whatnot.
To prevent this from happening to your content, so that other people can't AI remix your work, what you want to do is go into your video manager, go to the details of any one of your shorts, Then scroll down pretty much towards the bottom until you get to Shorts Remixing. And annoyingly, I don't see an option that says like opt out entirely, but you can select allow only audio remixing as opposed to video and audio remixing. But for full-length videos, not shorts, it's a little different. Because if you go into the details of that and scroll down, aha! Now under Shorts Remixing, you do have the option to not allow any remixing of any kind. So if you don't want people AI remixing your work, that's how you can opt out of it. Every single day, some new corporation comes out like, we just launched a new AI search tool. Like, look at Google. When you search for something now, what's the first thing you see? That's right, the fucking AI overview, which is all.
Oh, yeah, and he's about to make a really good point here, too, about why you need to be careful about the AI overviews, which I do agree about. I agree with him on. You need to be careful of those, and he's going to lay out why. He's going to give actually a perfect example here.
Often wrong. I'm not sure I ever said this before. When I was doing my Roblox scam live stream video, my big expose, I'm watching all of these looped pre-recorded streams, and they keep pressuring viewers to give them laughing discos. Laughing disco, one more laughing disco. I wasn't familiar with that term at the time, and I didn't know how much a laughing disco cost, like how many real world dollars. I didn't know what that meant, what that was, so I Googled it. And the first result, the very first thing Google told me when I asked them how much is a laughing disco, in the AI overview said, oh, it's about $50. So I kind of went, that seems a little high. So then I did my own research. I dove into the fucking YouTube live app, Shorts live streams or whatever, and found out that, oh no, it's south of $5. It's not 50. That would have severely damaged my video's reputation. Imagine if I had a little screenshot and you saw the AI overview. According to Google, a laughing disco costs $50. So these guys are getting $50 for every laughing disco, which is not fucking true. But if I had...
Yeah. No, and he makes a good point, too. That's why you have to be cautious about... You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you just have to be cautious about what AI puts out for you, too. Like, yeah, you know, that could have directed him to use just completely wrong information in his video. Like you said, imagine if he had just screen capped that and said, oh, it costs $50, you know. And I know people have had an issue with the Google search engine for a while, too, because it just feels like it's been getting worse and worse, partially because of the way SEO works and stuff like that, you know, which, you know, and yeah, I mean, you have to manipulate that shit to even have a chance of being seen. That's why if you pay attention sometimes, like on my YouTube shorts or on shorts anywhere or whatever, or even on my videos when they get uploaded to YouTube, like I have to tag the fuck out of them. You know, I tag the fuck out of them. I label them with all sorts of stuff, you know, to have a chance of even having that stuff discovered in the SEO so that, you know, hopefully it redirects people back to the stream here. So, yeah. Yeah, no. I guess I didn't have anything else to say. Let's just let him finish up.
Had trusted Google's AI overview, that's what would have been in the video. It wasn't just wrong, it was literally 10 times wrong. Be careful when you're Googling fucking anything now and you get that little AI overview thing, because it might not be right at all. Jesus Christ, look at this. AI almost killed my guinea pig. His teeth grew too long, yes, their teeth grow, and couldn't eat. And Copilot convinced my mom she could cut his teeth herself, which is very, very dangerous. AI literally almost killed your guinea pig. That's...
Yeah, and that's when... and I know that's a controversy a lot of the AI companies have been facing, especially when it comes to medical stuff for actual people. That's why anytime there's a potential for anything to be medical in the Gemini search, it flat out says like it flat out says at the top like for professional diagnosis or for, you know, actual medical advice or something like that, go see a professional doctor, you know, certified doctor, whatever. Because yeah, you know, you have to, for that stuff you have to be extremely careful. Because, yeah, that could legitimately hurt you. And, yeah, I definitely understand the gripe when it comes to that. So, you know, that's, yeah. No, I definitely understand that. So.
A little funny. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. But also really dangerous and concerning. And still very funny. Maybe we shouldn't integrate AI into everything. Right, buddy? Okay. If you want... more, I uploaded a separate 10-minute video over on my Patreon where we go over even more atrocious examples of YouTube pushing the slop. Plus, I run into some familiar faces. Uh-oh! Link pinned in the comments below.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that I don't know. I kind of wanted a whole thing, separate thing, in regards to that because that just kind of popped up on the side. And you know, I know that's kind of the hot topic for right now. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on all that. Yeah. So yeah, just yeah, I don't know. Some of the comments are going to be just fucking vitriol, so we'll look through a couple. They was actually good. They wouldn't be shoving down our throats just fine. You know, okay, fair. Yeah, I mean they're trying to shove it down everyone's throats to justify the money spent on it. You know, I don't think AI has to be inherently bad, but like I actually mostly agree with this comment. Yeah, screw it. YouTube, we're fighting back against AI slop content and platform. Also, YouTube implements a feature to generate creators' views without consent. It's like I was talking about, though, earlier. I think they're trying to monopolize the use of AI on YouTube. I think they're trying to increase the incentives to make AI shorts on YouTube. I think that's what they're trying to do. Disappointed title isn't... Oh, yeah, from that one video. Susan Wojcicki was crucified in this app for far less. Didn't she die? Like, no joke. Like, didn't she actually legitimately die recently? Like, yeah. No. Let me double check that. Let me not. Let me double check that in a separate thing. Hold on. Yeah, she died back in 2024. God, it's been 2 years now? Yeah, okay, yeah, so she did die. Yeah, so yeah, it's yeah, so rest in peace, Susan, I guess. I never wish death on anyone. This is why you can't afford RAM. Yeah, nah. I mean that's part of it too is just our whole supply chain has been fucked for many reasons, many years, but yeah. Fair. I miss when YouTube was broadcast yourself. Yeah. So please. Well, okay, it's not illegal. If you upload a video to YouTube's platform, you agree to their terms of service, buddy. In terms of how they handle your videos. If you upload a video to YouTube, in fairness, illegally, no. You agree to their terms of service. You can disagree morally with their terms of service, but if you upload that video, if you make your account, you upload that video, you're agreeing to their terms of service. You do sign up for this by using YouTube. The problem is that YouTube is so ubiquitous. That's why I appreciate, I did set up even like a Rumble account, just to have another place to upload videos just in case. I haven't uploaded anything there yet, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't even think I read this. Sorry. I remember Twitter, hold on, very simple feature we could with Grok back in January. Okay, so it would have been X. Very quick reveal. The number one application I featured by far was removing the clothing on girls with minors. Yeah, that whole controversy. Yeah, that he's actually facing some shit over. Now, legal issues in multiple European countries. It's nice when YouTube be copying one of the most absolute worst applications they had to exist. Well, okay, but here's the thing, though. Gemini, by default, won't do NSFW stuff. The reason why Grok, in particular, is facing so much controversy is that Grok will fulfill NSFW requests, and that's a problem when you tell it to remix, things of actual people and stuff, and they've been trying to clamp down on that. But no, to be fair to Google, Gemini won't do NSFW stuff. It explicitly won't. Like, if anything, yeah, I mean, they are really protective on there when it comes to AI. So, yeah. I think, yeah, no. I mean, he's right. He's right about, how the situation applies to Grok, but he's completely ignorant in terms of how it actually applies to Gemini. and Veo, because that they will not let you do NSFW content, period. So yeah. Yeah. You know what, though? We need to look up more Harambe stuff. This is a Harambe stream, and we kind of just went all over the place. Oh, CBS from the archives. Here we go.
The Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden faces a backlash this morning for its decision to kill a critical...
Okay, so this is actually a newscast from that time. You know what's crazy is that, you can go 10 years back, find actual news footage and, videos and stuff that's, at least, full 1080p or even higher quality. Like, what's the highest this goes? 1080p, but that's still just fine, like, heck, even my main monitor is just a 1440p monitor. It's what I game on. Yeah.
Endangered gorilla. A 4-year-old boy broke through a barrier at the zoo on Saturday. You can see him being carried around by that 450-pound male gorilla. Zoo officials shot the animal. The boy is now out of the hospital and doing okay. Jamie Yukas shows us how some critics believe the boy's parents should be to blame. Jamie, good morning.
And what the fuck were the parents doing? People, it's not every day some kid falls into the enclosure and it's a fucking 4-year-old child. Like, where the fuck were they? Where the fuck were the parents? Can someone please, for the love of Christ, answer me that?
Good morning, Anthony. Cincinnati Zoo officials say the child somehow climbed underneath the zoo's railing, through wires, and then over a wall. He ended up in the gorilla exhibit's moat 15 feet below. The gorilla did not attack the boy, but officials felt that because of the animal's massive size, it was a life-threatening situation. We do want to warn you that some of the video you're about to see is disturbing.
Well, yeah, it is a life-threatening situation. I in seriousness, I understand why, they shot, they killed Harambe, because fucking, it's a fucking gorilla. If you don't see a gorilla being near you as an inherent threat, then let me tell you, Darwin's rule is going to, Cowboy Damn didn't know you were reaction streaming. Streamer. No, well, this is kind of a special stream. I'm just doing this mainly as a shit post. I mean, I'm like seriously reacting right now, but like if you were here for the first part, I was just shit posting for that, and then I went on a weird tangent where we talked about AI stuff for a little bit, and now we're back to this. This is a CBS News report from that time, from May 30th, 2016, which is crazy that we have HD video. Like, now we're so far, going back 10 years still brings us HD video, which is crazy. Just shows how much time has gone on. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might do some reaction content from time to time. I mainly just wanted to do a shitpost video for the Harambe stuff. I mean, that, so yeah. That's just, I mean, this is just a giant shitpost, ultimately. But, like, and I was just seriously talking about, too, like, they had to shoot the gorilla because, like, I mean, it's a 450-pound gorilla. If you don't see a 450-pound gorilla near you being an inherent threat, then let me tell you, Darwin's rules for evolution will take care of you pretty quick. Yeah, man, just messing with you. Yeah, no, that's fine. Hey, I'm glad to see you, Cowboy Hayden. Redeem that daily, by the way. That does work now. Count how many times you redeem it. It's that 1.1. Yeah, no. So yeah, no. I don't know. Like, I might seriously like react to stuff and whatnot. I want to have some streams where I just chat about whatever, on top of gaming, and maybe we'll even. I mean, heck, we might even still do a little gaming this stream. I don't know. I can set that up. But I just actually wanted to view the CBS News report. And feel free to engage in chat. Like, if you just want to talk, or you want to talk about this, you want to talk about anything, fuck, man, this is a shitpost stream anyway. So like, I don't care. And Hayden, thank you for redeeming that. Hello. Sometimes it does lag a bit. It will do a count for you. It's just sometimes it's slow. I don't know why. Sorry about that. But yeah, just give it a minute. It'll eventually say thanks for redeeming. But yeah, sometimes it's slow. I don't know why. Sammy can be a little bit funny of an application. That's what I manage it through on the local side. That way it doesn't depend on a server. But anyway, we are going to continue with this.
Onlookers screamed as her.
Yeah, no, and that's a scary situation. You know, it's a 4-year-old, being dragged across. Yeah, and see, there we go. It eventually popped up. But yeah, no, that is, and that's a scary situation. 4-year-old being dragged across the water like that.
Harambe scooped up a 4-year-old boy and carried him through the moat of the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens gorilla exhibit Saturday. The child's mother can be heard calling to her son off camera.
Mommy loves you. I'm right here.
And the boy can be heard screaming.
Yeah, mommy loves you. Yeah, mommy should be getting a visit from fucking CPS. And to be fair, I think she actually did. But like, come on, how the fuck do you let a 4-year-old do all that shit? Like, come on, man. There were failures there on the parent side, and you can't be denying that shit.
The gorilla has the child and is dragging him around the pen.
After about 10 tense minutes, the zoo's dangerous animal response team killed the 450-pound gorilla. The child was taken to the hospital and released later that night.
They made a tough choice and they made the right choice. They saved that little boy's life. It could have been very bad.
Zoo director Thane Maynard.
The reason that tranquilizing was not chosen is in an agitated situation, which the male was, it may take quite a while for a tranquilizer to take effect. If you don't hit it and he falls over, I mean, it would take a few minutes.
Zoo officials are...
Okay, yeah, so, and I didn't know how long tranquilizers took, so yeah, I mean, if it would have taken 2 minutes, and just being penetrated with the tranquilizer darts, that could have made him really freak out, depending on, how the gorilla, interpreted it. So, yeah, in reality, I do understand, I mean, we had a bit of, the first hour was just kind of shit posting on this stream, but for real, I actually, I do understand, why they shot Harambe. Just, sad that it fucked up the entire timeline afterwards, and, things have just gotten weirder and weirder since, that Twitter post was talking about.
Being criticized for killing the endangered western lowland gorilla. On Facebook, the page Justice for Harambe has received thousands of likes. PETA condemned the killing, urging families to stay away from any facility.
Bro, if you want to make me actually sympathetic to animals, you need to leave PETA out of shit. PETA is a bunch of fucknuts. I have nothing else to say about that.
That displays animals as sideshows for humans to gawk at. Also under fire are the children's parents. An online petition accused them of negligence, saying they did not keep a close...
Yeah, because it's a fucking 4-year-old. Like I said, I was saying this on stream earlier. Toddlers are inventors. They invent all sorts of ways, all sorts of new, unique ways to get themselves fucking killed. That's why you, that's why you need to, people eating their animals for PETA, yeah. But no, that's why you need to, fucking watch. Because, yeah, a toddler is just a suicide inventor. Like, they will just invent all sorts of ways to fucking kill themselves. Like, it's undeniable, that you have to watch over your fucking kids. Like, it's... Yeah, I understand the people who are upset about that. It's crazy that, they had a bunch of petitions around the shit. That shit's wild. But, yeah, I agree. What the fuck were the parents doing? Jesus Christ.
Watch on the child. The boy's family issued a statement Sunday thanking the zoo staff, saying, "We know that this was a very difficult decision for them." This isn't the first time a young boy found himself in a gorilla enclosure. In 1986, a gorilla named Jambo famously guarded a 5-year-old boy after he fell over the ledge at a zoo in the UK.
Oh, interesting. There was an incident in 1986, so this would have been 40 years ago now. 30 years ago when the story aired. Oh, yeah, and he looks like... Yeah. Imagine being that kid now. Which one? The one from 86 or the one from 2016? Well, the one from 2016, and the reason why I emphasize the one, for Harambe, I really hope that kid isn't facing too much shit, because that kid is in high school now. They're 14. So, because they were 4 at the time of the incident, and it's 10 years later today. So they'd be 14 now. I hope they're not facing too much shit at their high school or being harassed or something. Because you know how fucking teenagers are. Yeah, so, yeah.
Harambe arrived at the Cincinnati Zoo in 2014 and was one of their 9 western lowland gorillas. The day before the incident, he turned 17.
The people who have an opinion as to what should have happened to that gorilla, they really don't know.
Oh my God! Kim O'Connor shot the video.
They didn't see it. They don't know how close to the end of their life that child was.
At the time of the accident, there were 2 other female gorillas in the exhibit that were called away. Zoo officials say that in 38 years of operation, there has never been a security breach at the outdoor gorilla exhibit. They are now reviewing the security they have in place, though.
Wow.
Well, yeah, no, I completely understand that. You know, why I imagine there were quite a few reviews over that incident, especially with how publicized it got. Well, I mean, and shit, hell, we're still talking about it 10 years later, so... I mean, hell, we went over how the fucking White House tweeted out shit about it earlier on stream. But, yeah, so, I'm sure there were a lot of reviews, and, at the very least, I'm sure, a 4-year-old couldn't break into there now, with whatever they put in place for that. Sadly, they learned the hard way that, like I said, toddlers are just, inventive at trying to find ways to kill themselves.
That is such a difficult decision to have to make right there. You just don't know what was going to happen.
And when you look online, everyone has a different reaction to what happened.
And you think back a couple months ago, there was a tiger incident, and it was the same thing where the reaction is across the board, and they used a tranquilizer.
I feel like I remember the tiger incident she's talking about. It was a couple years before that. It would have been 2013, 2014. I feel like I remember that, but I...
At that time instead.
They did wait 10 minutes.
That person died.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie, thanks. Okay. We've been telling you how the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens' decision to kill an endangered gorilla is sparking outrage. A 4-year-old boy made it past a barrier and into an enclosure 15 feet below. He came face to face.
His family says he is now, quote, home and doing just fine. You know Jack Hanna from his many national TV.
Bro, I hope CPS was called, because what the fuck? Why did you let your show?
TV appearances over the years. He's the director emeritus of the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, and he joins us now. Jack, good morning.
Morning.
Jack, you've been doing this for over 40 years, and we've all seen that video now several times. But what is it that you see in that video about the gorilla's behavior that perhaps we don't?
Well, real quickly, if I could say one thing, 10 seconds. The Hanna family, the Columbus Zoo, Cincinnati Zoo, and the zoo world, this is obviously a terrible tragedy, but however, we have given over tens of millions of dollars over the last years to the gorilla world, both lowland and mountain gorillas. I happen to have a home 3 miles from where the gorillas live in Rwanda. That's a mountain gorilla.
Yeah, they're probably concerned about PR at that point, so they're covering their ass too.
However, what you see here, you hear the screaming going on here in my ear right now. You hear the screaming going on. Watch that gorilla's response, by the way. He doesn't know what's going on. This is a silverback, by the way, not a female. He hears the response. You can see from the face and the mouth, he's alarmed. Yes, he goes over and looks at the little child there. There's no doubt about that. What happens when you tranquilize the animal? Whether it's a gorilla, whatever animal it might be. As I do research in the wild with gorillas, I've seen what happens. So I know what happens. When that dart hits the animal, this animal, you can imagine, the animal, it's like a shot, but he jumps like this. So what would happen if he had a hold of that little boy? I've seen a silverback gorilla take a green coconut, which you can't even bust up with a hatchet, and go like this. Beyond the strength of anything you would ever know. So what choice was made? You have human life and animal life. So what choice was made?
So Jack, you believe that...
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. It's ultimately, we haven't domesticated gorillas. Gorillas are wild-ass animals. We put them in zoos, yes, but, they're still wild-ass animals. Yeah, zoos are just places where we have wild animals in them. They're not domesticated at all, frankly. So I mean, you hit a wild animal with a dart, it's gonna act fucking erratically, and gorillas are strong as shit. So I mean that gorilla could have just in response could have thrown that child 20 feet in the air or like slammed him into the cliff and just crushed him instantly. So yeah, I get it.
The zoo made the right decision. Obviously, the Cincinnati Zoo has said a child's life was in danger and a quick decision had to be made. It sounds like you agree with them.
I agree 1,000%. Because why?
Yeah, because it's a wild fucking animal. Like, I honestly, it sounds like the zoo handled it, pretty well, all things considered. It's like, maybe the advice here is, be responsible parents. Don't stop paying attention to your 4-year-old for so long that, they can jump into a fucking gorilla enclosure.
I've worked with the gorillas and seen them for over 35 years. I have a home next to them in Rwanda, the mountain gorilla. These are lowland gorillas in the Congo, which I just filmed in Gabon in Africa. So when I've seen all this on my entire life of 35 years, both the zoological situation and the ones in the wild, what's happening in the wild right now is sometimes tragic. I've seen gorillas with snares on them, their hands rotting off. We try and provide millions to protect the gorillas. The point is, this animal, they made the correct decision. As a matter of fact, it's a millisecond decision. They cannot tranquilize it. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. All of us are sorry. We're all in the zoo world heartfelt for this whole thing. But thank goodness a human being is alive today because of the decision the Cincinnati Zoo made. So you have human life and animal life. What happened, how the child got in there is not my business. But we just can't build 15-foot walls around everything we have in the zoological park. If you take our safety, by the way, and you measure it against other recreational things in this country, we'd be at the very top of safety. When you take the amount of either tragedy we've had or injuries, we're at the very top of that not happening, Jack, with the billions of visitors.
Jack, I mean, there are some people.
Yeah, I mean that guy. They're trying to save face because this was a pretty publicized incident and it caused a lot of outrage on all sides. So half of his thing is just him trying to cover ass for them. Which, like I said, to be fair, it's a wild fucking animal. It's not it's a wild animal. If you shot a dart at it, no shit, it's gonna interact. It's gonna be erratic. Like, come on, man.
We're being very critical of the family at this point. There's even a petition online attacking the family. I mean, do you think there is more that needs?
Well, the petition is over the top. I'll agree with that. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know about petition, but like I said, CPS should have certainly been called.
Needs to be done to essentially keep people out of these kind of enclosures?
Well, we can only do so much. I mean, what keeps somebody from going across the fence in the interstate? What keeps somebody from I've seen children do all kinds of things in shopping centers. I mean, what do we do? Where do we make this thing end? We do our safety of our visitor, of our animals, and our employees comes first. We do this practice hours and hours every week. Every zoo in this country, the American Zoo and Aquarium Association, we all work every week and practice hours on safety. And we try the best we can. I don't know the situation in Cincinnati. I'm not going to tell you right now that nothing will happen in any zoo in the world, in our country. We have a beautiful thing. We educate billions of people, and we do it in a safe way that we ever can. But we can't protect everything all the time. If anybody in this country can tell you in any recreational thing they can, whether it's about amusement parks, water parks, zoos, then somebody's telling you a fib, because we try our best with safety first.
Jack, what's the lesson then to be learned here for other parents?
Well, the lesson to be learned by other parents is pay attention to your fucking toddlers, your fucking 4-year-olds, because, listen, like I said earlier, toddlers, they will invent all sorts of unique ways to try and kill themselves. You need to watch them. They're small children. Like, that's the message. You're not extrapolating that. I don't know, man. You're too far gone. You're TFG.
For me, it is with children. You always have to watch children in a shopping center. You watch them at a water park. Right. We have, we do the best we can again, but advice to parents. The zoo is one of the safest places, folks, you can go in the entire world to visit a zoological park. And I'll put that up against anything. It's one of the safest places in the entire world to go. Just watch your kids. We have children in most zoos, 3 years up to 12 years old, that come to our summer camps. We have several.
Yeah, zoos are Yeah, I mean, zoos are safe. They have they have these big moats and shit. Make sure that they can't get to you. It's just like, yeah, they because obviously and even if you're just looking at it purely from financial incentive, they don't want to get sued every other week. So yeah, the wrongful death suits cost a lot of money, or even wrongful injury, especially depending on what the extent of the injury. So it's like yeah. But yeah, no, I figured I'd share that CBS News thing. It's kind of going back a little bit, but yeah, nah. I guess if you wanted to know my stance, it's that to the parents, why the fuck did you let your 4-year-old go into a goddamn gorilla enclosure? That's my stance. Like, what the fuck was going on with the parents? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, people need to watch your fucking kids. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day. But yeah. I mean, we can we can do what you want. Chat, feel free to say, if you want to say any of your thoughts. I know there's people kind of coming out and in. So, like, if you want to say any of your thoughts or whatever, or if you want me to go back to, like, memes or something or whatnot, this stream's been going on a little bit. Or if you just want me to start gaming or something, just let me know. Like, otherwise, if you are watching, I mean, go ahead and follow, redeem your daily. Just, yeah. If I don't hear anything from anyone here, I might play a little something. I don't know. Or maybe I even just end it off here. I mean, this is an unconventional stream anyway. In a way, I think I was anticipating it to end a little bit. Memes or gaming is boring, Loki. Okay, like, hold on. Let me let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah. Damn. I don't know. Honestly, horror game stream coming soon. I don't know how much of a demand there is for that. Also, like, I mean, you wouldn't be able to see, like, a proper reaction from me. I'm a PNG tuber, so, no one wants to see just a PNG move, as I get shocked or something. I don't think I'd be a good horror YouTuber. I need something to actually, I need a 3D model to actually, so people could genuinely see my reaction or whatnot, and obviously I'm not willing to show my face. So I don't think horror games are the way to go for me. Gonna be real. But yeah, I think we might cut it off here. Let's make it. Not every stream has to be 3 or 4 hours, and there's plenty of clips that will be extracted from the stream. Yeah, VTuber Wombat. Hey, listen. If I get big enough here, that'll come one day. I just need people to actually freaking promote me. People to actually freaking. So I just yeah, sure. Yeah, sorry. Let's see here. In terms of who we're gonna raid, I think we're gonna raid. There's this VTuber I've been talking to who's really chill. And she's Halo Bun QT. She's just starting out. She's cool. The message is going to be Wombat Invasion. We're going to go ahead and just raid. We're going to go ahead and raid now. The message is going to be Wombat Invasion. Again, Wombat Invasion. So let's see here. Damn. Hold on. Sorry. I gotta check something. We're gonna raid in just a second. Please stick around for the raid. Sorry. Okay. Halo Bun QT. Let's see here. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna raid into Halo Bun QT. The message is Wombat Invasion. The raid's gonna start soon. But yeah, thanks to everyone who did come out for this, everyone who enjoyed the shitpost. Today was just an unconventional stream. You know, I just wanted it to be a big meme for the special day. So yeah, please stick around for the raid. Raiding now. Wombat Invasion is the message. Wombat Invasion is the message. Thank you all for watching.
Oh my gosh, Texan, thank you for the raid!